Don't start streaming yet.
Well, go over on this side,
What?
Sarah.
Mom, and then I'm gonna get the mac and cheese. Just let me get myself. Seriously.
I wasn't thinking, Sarah. I'm like,
What should have been thinking?
should have been done a long time ago.
Where's your bag?
Hello, guys. Sorry I'm late. Hello, Jody Jackson. Jo- jo- Jodel Jackson. Hello. I'm late. I had an appointment today and I forgot about the appointment and went into the city. And you know, this New York City subway, how it is. And it's raining here today and it's really nasty out. I'm tired. I'm kind of drowsy and sleepy, like I said yesterday. Um, I don't know. It's me. I don't know how you guys feel when you're doing a fast. For some reason, when I'm fasting, I feel very drowsy, very sleepy. And since I was running around this morning and I'm trying to do just the water fast, this is the first time I've done just the water fast. I told you guys that I do. I've been doing the lemonade fast for many, many years. You know, the lemonade with maple syrup and cayenne pepper. I'm tired. I was running up the street. It was like 12:35. I got off the train. I'm like, oh my God, I need to get here. And then I'm trying to set up the computer and then it wasn't working. And then I had to do it a couple times. I don't know. But anyway, I'm on and I'm happy to have you guys on. Yes, so I'm tired and sleepy. But we're going to do this because I made a commitment. So I'm going to go ahead with my commitment. So, how are you guys doing? Jodil and Abu, Musai, Merrick. I remember you, Mr. Al Kabir. How are you doing? Direct Ministries. Hello. Hello. Greetings. Thank you for joining us. Uh, I'm doing the fast for a week as of now. As of now, I'm doing it for a week. I'm feeling pretty good. As I said just a moment ago, this is the first time I'm doing just the water fast. For all of the years I've been fasting, I've done it with the lemonade, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup. And so far, so good. You know, last night I was thinking maybe I'm gonna need to get the lemonade, but I was good. I was good. And I'm proud of myself. This morning I got up and it's only water. Went into Manhattan and was a bit stressful, you know, what I was doing, but I was fine. Good afternoon, Suzanne Song. Yes, yesterday I did a Facebook post because I thought last night I was getting ready to go to bed. I thought maybe I should do updates on Facebook. So I said that I'm doing good. I think it was 9:15 and I said I'm getting ready to turn in and go to bed. And I would that all I had was the water so far, and then I had some tea. It was a tea that I found at Trader Joe's. It was a mixture of pomegranate and lemongrass and white tea. White tea is very good, by the way. It has a lot of antibacterial effects. And it was a mixture, some tea bag that I found at Trader Joe's. So I did that. That was all, and the water. Um, okay, good. Hello, Natasha Brown. Yes, you can do this during your period, Miss Suan Song. It's all about cleansing. Fasting is about cleansing as well and getting rid of obstruction. So I think it would be fine unless you have an issue. I would say low in iron, you might not want to do it. If you have an issue with anemia, you know what I mean, Suan? So if you're having an issue with anemia, maybe you might choose to do it after your menses. That would be my recommendation, but um, maybe you could ask your healthcare professional about that. So yes, so far I'm gonna do this for a week and I'll see what happens. So far I'm fine. I'm doing great. The last time I had a solid meal was Sunday evening. So I'm approaching my 48 hours this evening. Oh, the volume is low. Yes, somebody said on my comments that the volume was low. I'm gonna try to turn it up. The thing is, when I turn it up, it you start getting that noise. I turned it all the way up. Is that better now? If again, you need to go to the bathroom, right? So especially the first day or two, because let's say your last meal was Sunday, obviously you have stuff in there. If you didn't go yesterday, you need to take that, a laxative or some kind of cleansing herb or something that would make you go to the bathroom. Because I know sometimes people, because they're not eating, they don't go to the bathroom, but you were eating before. You were eating before, so you need to go to the bathroom for especially the first day, 2, 3 days. You need to go to the bathroom to get whatever stuff is out of there. So you need to take whatever cleansing herbs, whatever laxative to go to the bathroom. So I'm sorry again that I was late for the schedule live streaming. I said 12:30 and I didn't start until around 1 o'clock, but I had something to do today. Good. I mean, did that work for you? Al Kabir, did that work for you? The black walnut hulls? Yes, I heard that black walnut is very good. So if you do that and it works for you, that's great. So I think today I'm going to do some Facebook posts and let you know how I'm doing, if there's any change, if I decided to um, do the lemonade. I'm trying my best not to, but if there's any change, depending on how I feel, I would let you know on Facebook. So like I said, I'm feeling good. I'm running around. I didn't have any time to exercise today because I had to leave, and I'm not a morning person, but I had this appointment at 9 o'clock this morning in Manhattan. So I was up at around 7:30. Had to get out of here around 8, and I'm just returning. So, like I said, I'm a bit sleepy, tired, but I'm feeling good. You get used to it like anything else, and the only thing we need for real, for sure, is air. You cannot live without oxygen for I don't know, for minutes. Not even 5 minutes. You could live without oxygen. All you need is oxygen and water. But you could live without food. Those of us who fast, yearly fast, or twice a year fast, we know this. We know this. Probiotics, alkaline probiotics. Yeah, you can take it while you're doing the fast. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Probiotics is always good. No, if you're doing, do you recommend apple cider vinegar incorporated with the lemon drink? No, if you're doing the lemon, you don't need to do the vinegar. You wouldn't need to do it. But you can do either. You could do the apple cider vinegar or you can do the lemon. But I don't think it's necessary to do both. So water. I mean, what water are you guys using? Are you using spring water or distilled water? Distilled water is the best water to drink because um, it pulls out a lot of the bad stuff from the body. But distilled water is also good to drink in general. I mean, what I wanted to say about this is that there are a lot of opinions about distilled water, whether it's good to drink or not. But I've been doing some research on distilled water, and what I found out is that the mineral water, there's some people are saying that the mineral water is not the water to drink because you basically drinking rocks. The plants, you get your minerals from plants, from the fruits and veggies. We our bodies are not able to digest and metabolize so-called rocks from the minerals because when the water is flowing on the spring water, for instance, when it's flowing on the rocks that they collect and you know process and put in the bottles, and it picks up some of that, the rocks. So you're basically drinking rocks. So this is why they're saying your body cannot assimilate that. Distilled water is pure 100% water, H2O. Mineral water is something that cannot be digested and assimilated by the human body. It's only the plants that can do that. And then you get your minerals from the plants. You cannot look to the water to get your minerals. So, mineral water and spring water, I'm still doing research on this to really understand properly. But the point that they're making is that our body cannot assimilate mineral water and spring water. And I did hear this guy, what's his name? Dick Gregory say that mineral water is radioactive. It's radioactive. And I'm also doing some research on that. And I think the reason why he said that is because of all of these, you know, rocks. I mean, uranium and all these things that could be in the mineral water. So I'm doing some research on that, and I'll see and make my final decision whether I continue to use the distilled water or if I just, continue to drink spring water. But I get what they're saying, you know. Yeah, vinegar isn't SEBI approved, but apple cider vinegar is made from apples, and when you that the mother vinegar, there's a lot of research on this as well, and apple cider vinegar apparently is very very good. But it's up to people. It's up to the individual. But apple cider vinegar is made from apples, right? So, what water are you using, Al Kabir? What water are you using on this fast? Are you using spring water or distilled water? Talk to me, guys. What water are you guys using for this fast? Dr. Francis Cress Wells is Welsing. Yes. What about her, Suan? What about Dr. Francis Cress Welsing? Yes. So what else? What else could we talk about? Oh, I'm not. I have listened to her. I watched a lot of her videos, but I don't remember her. What type of water did she say we need to consume? That's interesting. What could you tell me? What kind of water she said we should consume? Because it does make a lot of sense. Hello, Marvin. With welcome. Good to see you. What's going on is that I'm doing pretty well. So, how are you doing with the fast? How is it going? I'm doing pretty good so far. I've only had water so far. I did not have to do the lemonade. I was concerned about getting really hungry in the evening because this is when I eat, but I was fine yesterday. I was fine yesterday and I was able to just push through and go to bed and got up this morning and ran around and I'm doing good so far. Suan, could you tell me what yeah, yeah, spring water. Yeah, for everyday drinking, but distilled water for the fast. Yeah, and the other thing about these waters that we need to pay attention to and consider is that these waters, they come in plastics, and these plastics, they leach the chemicals. And then in the summertime, when it's really hot outside and they're sitting in the trucks when they're delivering them to the supermarkets, and it's really hot in the truck, it's leaching. So, and a lot of these plastics, they have the BPA, the bisphenol A, which is a chemical. So we have to consider these things, when, if you can buy the water in the glass bottles, which I know it's heavy to carry around, but this is something we have to consider. Yes, we are buying the spring water, but it's in a plastic bottle. And is the plastic bottle, is it made from a certain plastic that does not have BPA, that does not have chemicals, that does not leach the chemicals? You see, we don't always think about the whole picture. Hello, Brandy Clements. How are you doing? Yeah, you could do research about it. Do the research about the radioactivity of mineral water and spring water, because now everybody's saying, not everybody, but a lot of the so-called experts are saying that the distilled water is better to drink. It's 100% water, and it doesn't. Our bodies cannot assimilate the water with the spring water and the mineral water, because you're basically drinking rocks. Yeah, but we don't collect our own water. We depend on the water from the supermarket in the plastic bottles, and we really don't know the process of the manufacturing and how they manufacture it and how they process it to bring it to us in the supermarket. We really don't know. So, and we don't know how long it's been sitting in the bottle, and it might be leaching those chemicals from the plastics. So we have to consider all of these things. Okay. Also, Dr. Frances Cresswell Singh had a book. Okay, I should go on YouTube and see if I could search, like if she spoke about water and what kind of water we should drink. But I've listened to many of her videos and I don't remember her talking about water. She usually, her theme is usually about race and racism um, and black people and education of black people and how to get out of the system. So yeah, you can do whatever water is. It doesn't matter. The spring water is fine. Spring water is fine. But just consider that these waters, they come in plastic bottles, and they could be leaching chemicals. Um, my advice is to, when you buy these waters in the plastic bottle, have one of those huge um, glass bottles. So as soon as you get home with the water from the supermarket, you pour it into the glass bottle. You don't let it sit additional time again, because you don't know how long it was sitting in the supermarket. You don't know how long it was sitting on the truck that delivered it to the supermarket. You just don't know. Hello, Miracle Wiley. Oh, your message was retracted. Okay, didn't get to read it. Okay, hello and welcome. I'm late as well. Did not come on at 12:30 because I had an appointment today that I totally forgot about. But we are here and we have an opportunity again to do better today. Um, so what else? SSS 334. This is what you do. What exactly is it that you do? Are you talking about the water? Yeah, this is a good thing to do because again, you don't know how long it was sitting on the truck. You don't know how long it was sitting in the supermarket. So when you get home, you pour it into a glass bottle. That would be a wise thing to do. Fulvic mineral complex liquid solution. I'm going to break that with a 6-day grape juice fast, and then I'm going fruit. Great. Yes, that's great because the thing is, because you're fasting, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't eat anything, especially the fruit. You see, the fruit is just it's perfect because you really don't have to, suffer. If you cannot do just the water fast, you could eat fruit or you could have some kind of liquid that is fruit, some kind of fruit juice, not those that they process, but the fresh juice. And you're not doing it like every 2 hours you're drinking juice. It's just to satisfy that hunger. So that's great, Marvin Witt, and I wish you good luck. I'm doing teas and water, and today I went to Whole Foods because yesterday I said on my Facebook post that I did not have dandelion. So I did that other tea that I had on hand that I got at Trader Joe's. It was a mixture of white tea and hibiscus and lemongrass, I think it was. So today I got some dandelion. So I think when I'm done here with this live streaming, I'm gonna go have some tea. I'm trying just to do the water though. That's the thing. I'm trying to do just the water because I've never done just the water before. Hi, Trevor Brown. How are you? Greetings. Welcome. The dandelion is the best. It's a cleanser. The dandelion. This is about it. And the chamomile to calm you down even more. I know I don't need chamomile when I'm fasting because I feel very mellow, but the chamomile tea and the dandelion tea is what I recommend. And just make sure that the first 2 or 3 days that you have to go to the bathroom because there is stuff in there that needs to get out. Okay, so, and of course you're drinking a lot of water, that would help. But everybody's different. It depends on what you were eating before. I just started drinking hibiscus tea. I mean, I don't know for sure the numeric value of the hibiscus. I would have to look at that. But I know it has a lot of vitamin C. This is something we called it sorrel. I used a lot. We drank it a lot as when I was growing up, and it's supposed to be good. I mean, it's not on Dr. Sebi's list, but I would say that it's fine. Because the thing is, a lot of the foods that are on Dr. Sebi's list, it's not alkaline. It doesn't have an alkaline value of 8 or 7, 8, 9. When you're talking about 9, you're talking about baking soda. You're talking about bicarbonate of soda. I mean, most foods are 7 and 6. And if 7 is the midpoint, and anything on the negative side, right, is like you have that line, the plus and the minus. 7 is in the middle, it goes up to 14, and then you have 0 to 7, 7 to 14. Everything that is after 7 technically is acidic, right? Technically, everything after 7 is alkaline, is acidic. So 6.5, 6, you know, 5.5, and so on and so on. It's acidic. And many of these foods on the list, when you look at the numeric value of it, it is acidic. I mean, garbanzo bean is a 3.5 on the scale, but it is on the list. I don't know why. I mean, Dr. Sebi, he's a great man. He was a great man, and I follow his teachings, and I think it's very valuable, and I love him. But he didn't explain a lot of things. He said not to do a lot of things, but he didn't say why. So I am doing a lot of research, right? I am doing a lot of research. All of these beans, all beans are acidic. And I found out recently that if you sprout the beans, like for instance, kidney beans, if you sprout it, it's easier to digest. A lot of people have problems with digesting beans, and it's because it's not sprouted. So, all of these beans are acidic, even the chickpeas that is on the list. So, then how do you explain that? How do you explain that? Is it the least detrimental, as they say? He gave us a list is the least detrimental. So he said, okay, just eat this one bean, which is fine, because if you don't eat a lot of food and if you don't eat like a pig every day, then you don't need a lot of variety, right? So he gave us this one bean, but the fact of the matter is chickpea is a 3.5 on the scale, and that is acidic. So what I tell people is that you need to use your common sense and do your own research and make your own decisions. I have a book where there's a whole list of all of these things with the numeric value, acid and alkaline. So, it's, I mean, that whole thing with the carrots, yes, I don't eat carrots because it is very starchy, and it is something that is definitely a hybrid and man-made, which Dr. Sebi opened my eyes about this, because all of my life never knew that carrots was something that was created. Um, I mean, whether you want to say by traditional hybridization or created in a lab, I mean, it was created by traditional hybridization because carrots has been around for a long, long time now. long before genetic engineering. So I never knew this. I thought this was something from nature. You know, it is from nature in a sense because you took the wild yam and the Queen Anne lace is what they put together to make the carrots. But when you juice carrots, I used to juice a lot. Um, yes, Marvin, with chickpea is one of my favorite bean. I cook it all the time. I curry it. I do all kinds of things with it. On Sunday I made hummus because my family loves hummus. So I did hummus, and I usually roast some red bell pepper just to give it that extra flavor. It's delicious. Um, when you if you juice carrots and you let it sit and then you pick it up, you would see that you have this watery thing on the top, and then if you pour it out, you will see that it's just starchy. It is so starchy, carrots. I don't think people realize how starchy it is. So for that reason, I don't eat carrots. It's very, very starchy. It's the same thing with the ripe plantains that I use to do the pancakes. People say, oh, it's not on the list. Well, it's ripe and the sugars have developed. The sugars have developed in it. So if you're going to eat plantains, this is the best way to eat it. And the fact of the matter is, plantains and the Cavendish bananas and the Boro bananas, they are all related and they are all hybrids. This is not the original Boro banana. The original Boro banana has seeds all over it, all inside of it. If you cut it open crosswise, you will see the original Boro banana has a lot of seeds in it. You cannot eat it. So all of these things are hybrid, and he gave us the least detrimental, and he gave us just a few things. I mean, if you have a list with 100 items on it, compared to the thousands of different species of plants that we have that people use for nutrition. I mean, this is just a small part of what is available. Hello, Oscar. Oscar the machine. Day two of overeating alkaline. So I take it that you're not doing the fast, but I'm sure and I hope that you try to do it one of these days because you're talking about overeating. Overeating alkaline is just as bad as overeating of meat and eggs and milk, which creates mucus in the body. So I hope for your sake that you don't do too much overeating of alkaline foods. Okay? Yes, so what else? What else do we want to talk about? So I guess we can call it a day, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow again. Thanks for watching, and I don't know, check out my Facebook, Polita Feast, and I could give you some updates. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Working out, good for you. What kind of working out are you doing? Oscar the machine. So I think I'm gonna go get some tea. I bought this dandelion tea today, and I'm gonna have some tea and take a nap. And see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to be on time because I don't have any place to go. I hope I didn't forget one of my appointments, but Yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna be on time, and I think maybe people came on at 12:30 and they didn't see me, and then they went on with their lives. So, all right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you had fun and you got some valuable information. Okay, take care. I got my dandelion tea at Whole Foods. At Whole Foods. I like also the roasted dandelion tea. It tastes a lot like coffee. Well, a lot of people are using it as a substitute. It really has a slight taste of coffee, the roasted dandelion. And I was looking for it today, but I did not see it, so I got the regular dandelion. But if you love coffee, the roasted dandelion would be good. You would get that flavor from the roasted dandelion. All right, guys. So is that it? Okay, you're welcome. And I see you guys tomorrow at 12:30. Take care and thanks for watching.